What happens when America's most beloved actor meets Hollywood's most notorious late-night host in a collision that nobody saw coming? You won't believe what unfolds when Tom Hanks, the epitome of grace and professionalism, reaches his absolute breaking point on live television. This isn't just another celebrity interview gone wrong. This is the moment when decades of pent-up frustration exploded in the most spectacular fashion imaginable. Before we get into this incredible story, make sure you hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below, because you're not going to believe what unfolds when two titans of entertainment clash in ways that will leave you absolutely speechless. Last night's episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live started like any other, but what transpired between these two Hollywood powerhouses has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. The tension was palpable from the moment Tom Hanks walked onto that stage, but nobody could have predicted the volcanic eruption that was about to occur. The atmosphere in the studio felt different from the start. While the audience cheered enthusiastically for America's sweetheart, there was something in Jimmy Kimmel's demeanor that suggested this wasn't going to be the typical feel-good interview everyone expected. His opening remarks carried an edge that immediately put Hanks on the defensive. "So Tom," Kimmel began with that trademark smirk, "I have to ask about something that's been bothering me for years. You've built this entire career on being the nice guy, the everyman. But behind the scenes, there are whispers about a different Tom Hanks entirely." The camera captured Hanks's immediate shift in body language. His famous smile faltered for just a moment before he composed himself. "I'm not sure what you're referring to, Jimmy. I've always tried to be authentic with my fans and colleagues." But Kimmel wasn't backing down. In fact, he seemed to relish the discomfort he was causing. "Authentic? Come on, Tom, we both know the stories. The demanding behavior on sets, the way you treat crew members when cameras aren't rolling, this whole nicest guy in Hollywood thing, isn't it just the greatest performance of your career?" The studio audience fell silent, sensing the shift from playful banter to something much more sinister. Hanks leaned forward in his chair, his jaw visibly tightening. "Jimmy, I came here tonight to talk about my new film, not to be ambushed with unfounded accusations." "Unfounded?" Kimmel's voice rose with mock surprise. "I have sources, Tom. Multiple sources who've worked with you, who tell a very different story than the one you sell to the public." "What about that incident on the Forrest Gump set, where you allegedly screamed at a young production assistant until she cried?" The color drained from Hanks's face, but not from embarrassment, from sheer anger. "That never happened, and you know it. What kind of show are you running here? This is character assassination. Pure and simple." Kimmel leaned back in his chair, clearly enjoying the moment. Character assassination? Or just finally asking the tough questions that other interviewers are too scared to ask? "You see, Tom, I think America deserves to know who you really are behind that carefully crafted image. Who I really am." Hanks's voice began to crack with emotion. "I've spent 40 years in this business treating people with respect and dignity. I've raised money for charities, supported causes that matter. And yes, I've tried to be kind to everyone I meet. If that makes me fake in your eyes, then I don't know what to tell you." But Kimmel pressed on relentlessly. "It's not about being kind, Tom. It's about being genuine. And frankly, after all these years of watching you perform both on screen and off, I'm starting to wonder if there's any real person left underneath all that manufactured niceness." The tension in the studio was now unbearable. Audience members were shifting uncomfortably in their seats, and even the camera operators seemed uncertain about where to focus their attention. This had gone far beyond typical late-night television territory. Hanks stood up abruptly, his hands visibly shaking with rage. "You want to see the real Tom Hanks, Jimmy? Here he is. I'm a human being who's worked incredibly hard to build a career based on telling meaningful stories and treating people well. I don't have to justify my character to you or anyone else." "Sit down, Tom," Kimmel said with a condescending laugh. "We're not done here. I still have questions about your political donations, your involvement in certain industry circles, and frankly, some rumors about your personal life that might interest our viewers." That was the final straw. Hanks ripped off his microphone with such force that the wireless pack clattered to the floor. "I've had enough of this garbage. This isn't journalism, Jimmy. This isn't entertainment. This is just cruelty disguised as comedy, and I won't be part of it anymore." Kimmel's expression shifted from smug satisfaction to genuine surprise as he realized his guest was actually walking away. "Come on, Tom, don't be so sensitive, we're just having a conversation here." But Hanks had already turned his back on the host and was striding toward the edge of the stage. "A conversation? This was an ambush, and you know it. You invited me here under false pretenses to try to tear down someone who spent decades building something positive in this world." The camera followed Hanks as he reached the steps leading off the stage, but he turned back one final time to deliver a parting shot that left everyone in the studio speechless. "You know what's really sad, Jimmy? You have this platform, this opportunity to bring joy and laughter to millions of people every night, and instead you choose to use it to spread negativity and try to destroy others. That says everything anyone needs to know about who you really are." With that, Tom Hanks disappeared into the backstage area, leaving Jimmy Kimmel sitting alone at his desk, his usual smugness replaced by a look of genuine shock. The studio audience sat in stunned silence, unsure whether to applaud, boo, or simply remain quiet in the face of what they had just witnessed. The remaining few minutes of the show passed in awkward tension as Kimmel attempted to recover his composure and move on to other segments. But the damage was done. America's beloved actor had reached his breaking point on live television, and the entertainment world would never look at either man the same way again.